The previous Pokemon games, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, were a joke. And if you happen to remember my review of those games, you will remember my disappointment. But now, it's a different story. They have done well to go back to what a Pokemon game should be like and how it should play like. If you are new to Pokemon or you are an old veteran, you have come to the right place. Here is my review of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Story. The story is never really important in a Pokemon game. I don't think anyone plays this for only the story, but you play as either a male or female that is just starting off as a Pokemon trainer. I recommend choosing your preferred skin color when you're choosing the preset for how you want your character to look. I already felt that this would be important as I remember doing this mistake in X and Y. Don't choose your avatar based on your hair or eye color. You can change that a bit later. As always, you have a rival/friend in the game who will often appear and challenge you during your adventure. This time the game takes place in the Galar region, a fairly big region, but it may not be the biggest I've seen so far. It is just decent. In short, you collect and train these small animals known as Pokémon and win battles against other Pokémon trainers, eventually taking on big gym leaders and collect all the gym badges across the land to be the very best. There is a story on the legendary Sword and Shield Pokémons, so you will learn about that stuff and like the lore of the land. In the beginning of the game, you get to choose one of these starters, a water, grass, or fire type Pokemon. I wanted to choose the grass Pokemon, but then I saw how the evolutions were. So I think I liked the evolutions of the fire starter more, so I chose the fire starter. You start out in a small town and you live with your mom, and it's very cozy and it's in the southern part of the world. You get your Pokédex, which keeps track of all the Pokemon that you have collected and seen, and then you are off on your adventure. The game is for the most part following along a somewhat linear path alternating between towns, grassy Pokemon areas, cities, and larger wild areas. For the most part, each town and city you get to has a Pokemon Center, a clothing store, and some other facilities. And private homes. A bunch of private homes, actually. The Pokemon Centers are improved upon, now not only being a place where you get to heal all your Pokemon or check your stored Pokemons in the boxes on the computer, it now holds a name and move rater and a store. So no longer there's a separate store and Pokemon Center, they are combined. And at the stores you can buy all your essential items such as Pokeballs for collecting new Pokemons and potions and other battle-related ailments. However, you can still manage your Pokemon stored away in boxes outside of the Pokemon Center through your menu. As usual, you can hold 6 active Pokemons on you at a time, and if all of them gets beaten in battle, you are returned to the nearest Pokemon Center. A big part of the gameplay is to try and collect all the Pokemons in the world. Some you can only get through trading, some evolves through being leveled up. Some are found through eggs, and some evolved when affection is high enough, and then some evolve through evolving stones. As usual, it is a long ride to fully fill up your Pokédex, and I love that. That is actually what I love with Pokemon games. So the wild area, that is the most exciting thing in Pokemon Sword and Shield, I think. The wild areas are massive areas with a bunch of different Pokemons, and you have fully control of your camera in these areas. They are no longer fixed camera positions. I love the wild areas. You no longer fast travel by the use of one of your own Pokémons. Now there is a flying taxi, so you can fast travel to any previous locations at any time. Which brings me to there are no HMs. I didn't play Sun or Moon, but I heard that they cut that out from there as well. Not sure, but I heard. But it's the first time for me that I have experienced a Pokemon game, with no HMs. Because from what I'm used to, I always had to build my party to have a Pokemon with flying, a Pokemon with cut and strength, and all of that stuff, all the HMs, no longer needed. It doesn't exist. Pokemon battles are like the good old traditional Pokemon battles. There are sometimes dual battles, where you and most likely your rival or friend, or together with some other NPC, you fight in double battles. And of course there are elemental advantages, like grass is good against water Pokemon. Water Pokemon is good against fire Pokemon. So I would suggest to always have a diverse party. All Pokemons in party share experience. Not sure how I feel about that, but it's making the game easier, that's for sure. The gyms are fun. I love the gyms. All of the gyms felt very unique and interesting. There is a whole thing about finding shiny Pokemons and breeding a bunch to get shiny Pokemons. There is a huge community out there that is very dedicated to exactly this. But I haven't found a shiny yet. It is really hard to find a shiny Pokemon. There are a lot of new Pokemons in Sword and Shield. Especially I like Scorbunny and the electric dog, and I love Wooloo, the sheep Pokemon, and I love the new design of Ponyta. This time there are 400 Pokemons in total in the game. There are plenty of items to collect. I especially recommend you to equip Luck Incense or Leftovers to the Pokemon that you use in battle. You can do Pokemon Camp, camping with your Pokemon. I never got into that, sorry. And there's also Pokemon Jobs, which means that you can send off some of your Pokemon every day, I think. How do I explain that? You send off some of your Pokemon in the Pokemon Center through the computer to do some sort of mission, and then they come back with stuff and more experience. Shopping for clothes is fantastic. You can truly customize your character any way you want, also by changing your hairstyle, eye color, and even makeup at the hairdressers. Graphics. I think they did a really fine job on how this game looks. The graphics look great. I didn't experience any frame drops, and the locations that you visit bursts of color and life. Character models has also never looked better in a Pokemon game. And there are also some nice new effects added in the cutscenes. I love the retro-pixelated icons for all items. That is a very nice detail, and older Pokemon players are gonna feel nostalgic towards them. The caves look really nice. The change in weather effects are nice. Like it's raining, it's daytime, and it's nighttime, all of that. Menus look very clean. And I especially enjoy collecting sparkly things on the ground. They are everywhere. As for music and sound of Pokemon Sword and Shield, it is full of remixed older classic Pokemon tunes, just the way I wanted and expected. Sound effects in menus and such is also familiar and true to the series. There is no voice acting, which I find to be completely fine. My favorite sound effect is the super effective sound effect. I actually came across some music I found to be terrible also in this game, I have to say, and just bad. But overall, the music was nice. Verdict. This game has no cloud saving. I put my cartridge into my Switch Lite, and I had to start a new game on my Switch Lite, which I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So if you have several Switches, start this game on the Switch that you are gonna play this game on. Unless, I mean, you can transfer your save, but that is a hassle. But there is no cloud saving with Pokemon Sword and Shield. What? But I want to say, buy this for all your kids, all your friends, yourself included, your spouse. It is the best Pokemon on the Switch. Just stay very clear of Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. Terrible games. And get this. I love getting into that good old Pokemon rhythm, the same rhythm I found in Gen 1 and Gen 2, Diamond and X previously, just to mention some. I find it fun to create a fully personalized end party with carefully planned moves on each Pokemon. I love trying to complete the Pokédex again, and I love capturing every single Pokemon that I come across. Thank you, Ircha man, for this wonderful Christmas gift. I am enjoying my time here way more than I expected I would. Veterans, you will be pleased. I give Pokemon Sword and Shield 9 out of 10 because it is very true to the legacy of the series. Oh yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.